Welcome to Waywut, your weekly verbal double take. This is a rabbit hole podcast where a couple of old guys do moderate to shallow dives into various topics, ranging from true crime, paranormal, sports, pop culture, or anything else that we find interesting. We drop episodes every Tuesday and on Fridays if we feel like it. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and TikTok. We appreciate you joining us. And now that we got all this self-promotion stuff out of the way, here we go.
Why, hello there. Welcome to your weekly verbal double take. My name is Jason, and today I am the king of the jungle, sitting perched on my iconic cliff, looking majestic as my glorious mane blows gently in the breeze, bringing you another topic that made me say, wait, what? Joining me, grooming himself and displaying incredible flexibility is Daryl.
Well, yeah, that would be true. I am very bendy. But glorious mane?
Yeah,
Where, huh?
I'm dreaming, of course.
Okay.
Pretending I was a lion.
There's only one glorious mane in this duo.
Yeah. Well, I would like to give a shout out to a listener, Emma Feldwick. She commented on a prior episode about a topic idea. Her idea led me to the topic I will present today. So, thank you, Emma.
Look at you calling people out.
Mm-hmm.
What if she wanted to be? I guess she didn't want to be anonymous. Her name was right there on the comment. Never mind. All right,
It
go
was. Well, people never cease to amaze me. There are so many stories of people doing brave, heroic, or holy shit, you won't believe what I just saw this person do. So many unselfish acts. So many people doing the right thing. Honest, trustworthy. It is those type of people that give me hope that humanity isn't completely fucked. Nature is very similar as it is full of majestic creatures. Soaring eagles, noble lions, and elegant dolphins. We have cats that make us laugh with all their dumb videos. We have dogs that help us in our everyday life. We have birds that you can almost carry on a conversation with. As Daryl noted prior, the animal kingdom is full of wild heroes.
Oh dear God!
I love callbacks. It's so much fun. Now, the other side. There are the equal number of stories of people being at their worst, from murder, stealing, brutality, dishonesty, and people basically starring in their own movie thinking everyone is here to serve them. They are the worst of the worst. This can be said for animals as there are plenty of animals that are assholes. Cats cats can be funny. They can also knock over your drink for no reason, or attack you with lightning fast swats, or biting you like in Daryl's case.
Yeah,
Or in my case, vomit on my damn pillow.
you
Oh,
know,
stupid
it's
cat.
not their fault that you leave stank on there and it makes them nauseous.
That cat had it out for me. Anyway, where you get too close to a llama, he'll spit on you. You might not even have to be that close, and he'll still spit on you. Like I said, they're assholes. But what about the criminal element? And the answer is yeah, some animals are criminals. To be more exact, some animals are thieving little shits. The first animal is the klepto seagulls. If you've ever tried to enjoy a nice meal at the beach, you know that seagulls are absolute savages. And of course, I have a seagull story. Um my first wife and I were in Galveston, and we were staying in a hotel that was on the beach, but we were several stories up. Just call it 7 or 8 stories up. But we had a good view of the beach, and we were sitting on the balcony there, and she wanted to feed the seagulls off the balcony.
Oh God!
I'm like, it's really not a good idea. You have no idea how these seagulls act. You're gonna put one piece of bread out there, and before you know it, there's gonna be 1,000
Had
of them.
she not seen Finding Nemo, or was this before Finding Nemo?
I'm not sure if it was before Finding Nemo, but
Might,
she had
might,
no idea the
might.
effect that seagulls would have swooping down on you. So she went ahead and fed them, and of course there was dozens of seagulls in our little bitty 4x4 balcony trying to feed, and it was chaotic. It was pretty funny at the time, but it was also chaotic.
whenever I was a kid and we went down to Galveston, I was like 6 or 7, I think, and the whole family was there. And I was sitting there watching these other kids just toss Cheetos up in the air, and the seagulls would just catch it in the air. And I was like, that is so cool. So I wanted to take some Cheetos, do the same thing. And Dad's like, no. And I'm like, I want to do it. And so finally, I was like, I'll go away from us. And I went away from us and I tossed some Cheetos up there and they caught them. I was like, yeah. And I walked back to where my family was and they followed me in the air. And one of them shit on my dad's shoulder and he
Mm-hmm.
was pissed.
Yeah. Another time I was down on the beach feeding them, doing the same thing like you were, except with it was bread. And they were getting really close. Like they were no longer a few feet up in the air, but they were like way closer than they should, just kind of hovering right by your face, you know. And I thought one landed on me on my shoulder, and I flipped out, and I kicked my shoe off, and I ended up kicking some rock and busting my big toe open. But yeah, it was just shit on my shoulder. It wasn't a
Just
bird,
shit. Just
just
shit.
shit.
I'm sorry. There's no just shit. If something just shits on me, I'm just going to break its fucking neck.
We were several miles away from the hotel, so I had to walk back with a busted toe from a stupid seagull.
Or
Mm-mm-mm.
your own mistake.
It was my own mistake, of course, but these birds will snatch your fry straight from your hand and then have the audacity to squawk at you like you did something wrong. Scientists have even tested their intelligence by putting food near humans and watching the seagulls decide whether it's worth the risk. It almost always is.
Mine.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a reason that they say that.
That is like one of the best depictions of seagulls I've ever seen in anything. Mine.
Mm-hmm. So funny. First and next, the raccoons. If Ocean's 11 were remade with animals, raccoons would be the mastermind behind the heist. These little trash pandas will break into anything: houses, garbage cans, even vending machines. One raccoon in Canada famously broke into a donut shop, feasted on pastries, and then had the nerve just to sit there and stare at employees after to say, "What are you going to do about it?"
It
He's
was
so
probably.
freaking full. Yeah, he was just sitting there.
It's like I can't move.
In a sugar coma.
I'd make a hat out of that motherfucker.
They have also the perfect hands for thieving. This makes keeping them out of stuff almost impossible. I mean, hell, they even have a burglar mask.
Have you ever seen a video of people feeding cotton candy to raccoons?
No.
You should do yourself a favor and watch that because raccoons will try to wash things off before they eat them.
Oh, yeah, and it just disappears? Okay.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen them do it
fuck.
with a sugar cube. Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing, I guess. Pretty funny. Uh, monkeys. Monkeys are also accomplished thieves. In places like Bali, macaws have perfected the art of stealing tourist belongings: glasses, hats, cameras, all that crap, then holding them hostage until they're bribed with food. It's basically organized crime, but fluffier.
it's the same in South Africa. South Africa, and on top of that, it's not. If I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, somebody please tell me in the comments. But not only will they'll steal like stuff like that, they are notorious for stealing alcohol. Like
Yeah.
they figured out that they take booze and get hammered, and they're just like, "Oh, free beer!" And they run off.
Oh, yeah. No, I will be talking about that in a
Oh,
little bit.
okay, sorry.
No, it's good. No, it's a good little segue, a little pre game. Uh,
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. There you go. That's the word. Scientists even found that monkeys can tell which objects humans value most and demand higher quality food in exchange for their return. That's not just theft, that's negotiations. That's amazing to me.
That is a conscious effort.
Yeah, I have your phone. It's going to cost you more than a couple fries. I'm sorry.
You get me a bunch of bananas and a Big Mac, and
Yeah.
then maybe I'll give it back to you.
All right, well, let's change gears a little bit. Who doesn't like to enjoy a nice cold beer on a hot summer day? Or a delicious Grey Goose and cranberry as they fumble their way through a podcast?
He's taking a drink, podcast listeners.
Not just any drink, but a delicious Grey Goose and cranberry. They even have different tours that center around alcohol, like going to a winery or a Jack Daniels distillery. Marijuana and even mushrooms are getting more support to become legal in every state. Mushrooms is late to the show, but marijuana is legal in some way in 39 of the 50 states. That is combining recreational and medical use. Like here in Texas, it's technically legal for medical use, but you just got to be like a way sick type of medical use.
Yeah, that's one of them old fart laws.
Hmm.
Damn weed smoking hippies.
Yep. Oh, one day, Daryl. One day.
I wouldn't hold your breath. We will be the last state to legalize it. I guarantee you.
Well, if Oklahoma legalizes it, I think I
I
will
mean,
be okay.
it's already medically illegal in Oklahoma,
Yeah, I mean it's
and from what I
everywhere.
understand, I mean, well, in Oklahoma, you can only get a medical card if you're a resident, but if you have a medical card from another state, I think they
They'll honor it
honor that one.
like a
Yeah.
coupon from another supermarket.
No, I mean, if you have a medical card for California, they'll honor it there. So
Kind of
that's
makes
base.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, as Hank Williams Jr. famously sings, "Why do we drink, and why do we blow smoke?"
I thought it
And
was
if
roll
you
smoke.
roll smoke, blow smoke,
I don't know. Now I
maybe
gotta
who
look.
knows? Who knows? But I know why. If you are at any American bar and if you don't yell out to get drunk and to get stoned, there's a possibility a fight might occur. Even any stray dog or cat hanging around the bar knows the cue. Monkey see, monkey do. Now, if you ever seen a squirrel make a misjudged or wobbly leap from one branch to another, there's a chance it might be a little tipsy. Plenty of animals have a thing for fermented fruit or other natural party favors, and their antics would put even the rowdiest frat party to shame. First, we're going to talk about elephants. There's a long standing myth that elephants love to get wasted on fermented marula fruit. And while science suggests that they have to eat a ridiculous to actually get drunk, that hasn't stopped people from spreading stories about stumbling, giggling, yeah, elephants giggle, pretty weird, and generally behaving like oversized drunks at a wedding reception. Even if they don't get sloshed on marula, they've been observed seeking out other fermented goodies and alcohol. Elephants can also be mean drunks. There have been reports of elephants raiding and destroying villages like drunk Vikings looking for alcohol. But their sins don't stop there. They also like to eat the iboga plant. This plant is a very strong hallucinogen. They never pass up an opportunity to get that trippy high. Makes that scene in Dumbo hit just a little bit harder.
Oh God, yeah, that used to freak me out when I was a kid. It's
Yes,
not cool.
no, it was a very trippy scene for a very childish cartoon, and
Pink, pink elephants on parade.
yeah,
Look out! Look out!
yeah, not the new Dumbo, not the one that came out recently, but the old Disney one, the old cartoon one.
The good one.
Yeah, I ain't even seen the new one. Is it any good?
I don't know. I ain't watched it. I haven't watched a Disney flick since I think Inside Out 2.
Mm-mm. Haven't seen that one yet. I did like
It's
the
all
first one
right. I
though.
like the first one better.
It's usually how it goes. In the Caribbean, vervet monkeys have developed a taste for alcohol, specifically cocktails stolen from unsuspected beachgoers. Yeah. Researchers have even found that some monkeys develop full blown drinking habits. Some are social drinkers, some binge drink, and a few just get aggressive if they don't get their fix. Now, have you ever seen a monkey jonesing for booze?
No, but then again, I've only ever seen monkeys in zoos and stuff. I've That is one of the upsetting things to me. I've been to so many places where wild monkeys live, and I've yet to see a monkey in the wild. Pisses me off.
Yeah, you have been to a lot of foreign countries where it feel like you would have
Have
a
encountered
monkey.
a monkey by now. I've been
Hmm.
to places where they had signs saying "Don't feed the monkeys," and I was like, I won't, but you
I
know,
gotta see one first.
I'd love to see one so I could not feed it.
Where did you see that sign at? The
That was
Philippines?
in no, that was in Thailand. That was in Phuket.
Mm, okay. Well, and just like humans, some monkeys prefer pina coladas, while others just go straight for the hard stuff. The next one I talked about in a previous episode on our Christmas episode about the reindeer. If you thought Santa's reindeer were just magically flying on their own, think again. In Siberia, reindeer seek out the hallucinogenic mushroom called the Amanita muscaria. It's that little Super Mario mushroom you see on the Super Mario game. And after consuming them, they reportedly start acting pretty weird, staggering around, jumping excitingly, and generally behaving like they just discovered 1970s psychedelic rock.
I, I don't really get intoxicated anymore uh, because if I could remember it after I did, it'd be worth it. But if I can't remember, what's the point? Um, I would be even less likely to get intoxicated if I had a 4 or 5 foot tall tree or two growing out of my head. You could you imagine? I would if I saw if I saw a reindeer, I'd already be a little skittish as it is.
Yeah.
Just step back, watch it from a distance. If I see a high reindeer, I mean, because I don't think they're going to try to kill me or impale me on purpose. But what if they just want to say what's up, and next thing you know, my head's up on their antlers and I'm dead?
Yeah. Only thing I know about reindeer is the episode on The Simpsons where Bart was getting trapped by reindeers and Homer came to the rescue and was getting beat up by all the reindeer. Even weirder, humans have been known to drink reindeer urine to experience the high secondhand. Yeah, that's right. Some people willingly sip reindeer pee for a psychedelic experience.
Um, no.
No.
Are they not aware of Mad Honey?
Speaking of honey, man. You when you said you were the king of segues, that was the perfect. Next one is talking about bees. Scientists have found that bees seem to have a natural draw to the sweet embrace of fermented fruit and sugars. They have also found in lab studies where constant supply is given, bees will develop an alcohol addiction. The only thing that appears to be stopping them from developing severe problems in the wild is the pressure of the hive to keep feeding the colony, and possibly the bouncers. Yeah. They have bees whose actual job is to keep out unwanted pests from the hive, such as wasps, but they will also stop drunk members of the colony from entering until they sober up.
Bees
Reports,
are
yeah, they're
awesome.
serious. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, so serious that reports suggest they even go as far as to chew off the legs of repeat offenders.
Jesus.
You've been drunk 3 times this week. Give me those legs.
It's like, no, bitch, you have 5 more. You
I'm not
fly
that
around most
drunk.
places anyway.
I'm not that drunk.
So I thought you were actually going to talk about Mad Honey, though. Have
What?
you know
No,
what
what's
that
Mad
is?
Honey? No, I don't.
It's where there's like some sort of hallucinogenic pollen or whatever or some sort of pollen they get from a hallucinogenic flower, and or nectar, and whenever they take that back and make their honey, it has some hallucinogenic properties.
Oh, interesting. The shit you could do with plants. Speaking of plants, another good segue. Within the last few years, there have been numerous reports of Australian wallabies ransacking medical poppy fields. Australia is responsible for supplying 50% of the world's poppy or opium to be used in the creation of medications such as morphine and other painkillers. The wallabies have learned that the poppy can act as more than just a source of food. Reports show the wallabies will gorge themselves on the poppies, spending the rest of the day hopping around the field creating crop circles while riding that white pony.
Fentanyl
Now,
kills.
yeah, I think we have a few Australia listeners. So if we
We do.
do, I would like to know if anybody has seen a high wallaby running through a
I
poppy field.
I know that my friend that I have in Melbourne, he uh, he never talked about wallabies. He only talked about kangaroos, and he talked about kangaroos the way that we talk about seagulls.
Really?
They're pests. They're pests. He's a golfer. He likes playing golf, and they're all over their golf courses over there. And he said one time he shanked it, and it landed right in this group of sleeping kangaroos. And, they're like, "You gonna go get it?" He's like, "Nope." Dropped it. Took a drop. Thought that was hilarious. Nope.
Well, no way. You know, kangaroos are vicious. Some of them look so buff and mean.
Hmm.
There'd be no way. That's weird that they're just all over the place like that.
Well, and Australia is very protective over their nature. So if you hurt a kangaroo or something, you're probably going to get in trouble. So it's not worth it.
It's a little different than hurting a seagull, you know, shooing it away, getting away from you, as opposed to
Getting into a wrestling match with the kangaroo.
and losing. Yeah, and probably losing.
I don't know. I saw that one guy beat the hell out of that one where kangaroo tried to smack him and he punched his jaw and he's like, "All right, fine."
But man, some of them look like they've been in the yard for way too long. All they could do is lift weights all day, and they're just giant, massive kangaroos.
Have you ever noticed they basically have a deer head on a field mouse body or whatever?
Hmm.
It's very weird.
Yeah, they're a weird animal. How they've progressed into what they are.
Australia, what'd you put in your water?
Don't even get me started on the pouches. Those are even weirder.
Well, we have some marsupials here. Not as many as they have. They have loads of marsupials there, but we've got a couple, I think. I know one for sure.
Trying to think which one that would be. Talking about the
Possum.
platypus, a possum. They're marsupial. They have a pouch.
Double check. I was right about Hank Williams. I was right about Mad
Oh,
Honey.
what's this? The lyric is actually roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess you have to roll.
It is a
roll
marsupial.
joint before you can smoke it.
The largest order of marsupials in the Western Hemisphere.
All right. Well, there's one less of those thanks to Oakley not too long ago. Oh, still freaky. Well, we've heard of cocaine bear, but what about jet fuel bear? Some of the best wheels off stories originate in Russia. This one is about bears getting high off jet fuel. Apparently, bears are sniffing empty cans of kerosene and gasoline left at the Kronotsky Nature Reserve in the far east of Russia. They have been documented to taking huge whiffs of it, dig themselves a shallow hole, and then lie in it on their backs, legs and arms outstretched in a sedated stupor.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. They don't. I mean, could you imagine if one of those bears actually discovered like a love sack?
Oh, man.
Oh.
I saw a picture. I don't know if it was an actual bear that just got through sniffing gas or not, but it showed one all dug a hole out with his paws up in the air. Like I said, just enjoying life, enjoying that 10-second high.
Just for 10 seconds, I want to not bite. I want to not feel like I should bite somebody's face off.
Yeah, just for that 10 seconds. Within the rocky terrain of Canada lives a very unique and rare species of lichen, a lichen that has potent psychedelic qualities. Lichen is an organism formed by a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. A growth, if you will. Is what it looks like. It looks like a growth on a rock.
Like moss.
Moss, yeah. Because of its rarity and is extremely hard to find, it is reported to take decades to grow, even on a single rock. However, it appears to be a rare find worth pursuing, as the bighorn sheep will risk its life for a taste of that sweet, sweet lichen. What is surprising, though, is that the lichen has absolutely no nutritional value, so they are literally chasing a high.
What kind of high? Is it a hallucinogen? Or
yeah, it's a psychedelic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I would worry about a bighorn sheep that's high, not for my own sake, but they are typically in dangerous places to begin with.
Absolutely.
It's like, man, I think I could jump on that cloud just like Mario. Hold on, watch. I'm gonna go. Don't do it, Fred. No, man, it's gonna be cool. Watch. I'm gonna fly around, and if any of those little spiky balls are in there, I'm gonna throw them out. It's gonna be great.
Well, they headbutt a giant rock and send it tumbling down the mountain.
They all have CTE whenever they headbutt each other over ass.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, man, I just need to get high. I got headaches all the time, and I want to murder people. I need to be high.
It's the only thing that helps. Yeah. Next one is the capuchin monkey. Both the lemurs of Madagascar and the capuchin monkeys of South America have learnt of the narcotic psychedelic qualities of certain types of millipedes. Several species of millipedes will secrete a poison when they feel threatened. Monkeys and lemurs have found out that they can cover themselves with this poison, keeping off parasites and getting high at the same time. However, there are always risks, especially when you dabble in millipede. The
Millipede, not even once. Is that what you're about to say? That's still your joke?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. The millipede not only secretes a poison, but is also filled with another poison, cyanide. This means that the monkeys and lemurs run a very high risk of death from popping a couple of millies. That is what the people on the street call them. I don't know.
Popping a couple millies. Okay.
It just goes to show you again, monkeys, I think, came up in this thing 3 different times, and how freaking smart they are. And I guess
They know
they know how to party.
Yeah, they're all about hookers and getting high.
Yeah, I mean, figuring out that a millipede can get you high, that's incredible.
They play with themselves, throw poop, get high, get laid.
Mm-hmm. What a life.
And try not to get torn in half by a chimpanzee.
That too. They even got a bunch of their own movies.
True.
Bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Well, the natural world just isn't full of majestic creatures. It's also full of drunks, stoners, thieves, and animals with anatomy that will make you say, wait, what?
Oh, you missed one. Are you planning on doing a sequel to this so I don't step all over your toes?
It's going to be a part 3 in a sense about animals, but it's not a sequel about animals getting drunk or anything.
Oh.
But which one did I miss?
Dolphins appear to be using toxic pufferfish to get high.
Oh yeah, they bite them and toss them around.
They pass them back and forth. They pass them around. It's like pass, bitch.
Uh-huh. Once again, another thing that dolphins do that are pretty smart and incredible that they figured out. Again,
kind of dicks though. Dolphins are kind of assholes. I mean, I like dolphins. I've swam with dolphins. I had fun with that. I was just glad and very fortunate that I wasn't sexually assaulted by a dolphin, because apparently they're all about that life too.
Playing that.
I'm good. I likes you. I want you. We go do this the easy way. We go do this the hard way. Or as they say in dolphin.
So next time you watch a nature documentary, ask yourself, are they drunk or are they high?
Or are they assholes?
Or, who are they being an asshole to? Well, that will do fun. It. Yeah, that was it. Say, tune in next week as Daryl returns from his weekend getaway from testing how much beer a donkey can drink and tells us another topic that made him say, wait, what?
I resent that. I would never give any animal alcohol.
A donkey? Come on, they want beer.
No, none of them. I love donkeys. Donkeys are awesome. Donkeys are sweet. I'm not going to give them alcohol. They don't operate the same as we do. They don't do that. If they will figure out how to get drunk in nature, like all these other critters you keep talking about.
Do you remember that part on Billy Madison when he's at the birthday party and Norm Macdonald come up to me and goes, hey, you gonna go feed that donkey a bunch of beer?
Yeah. God. Love Norm.
Yeah. Well, so they tune in next week, guys. And until then, we'll see y'all later.
Yep. Bye.
Later.
Thank you for joining us for Wait What? If you would, tell your friends or your enemies that they can watch us on YouTube or Rumble. And if you don't want to see our face, or if they don't want to see our faces, you can listen to us on your preferred audio platform. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pandora, you name it. We're probably on there. Please like, review, and comment on whatever platform you joined us on today. We'd appreciate that a ton. Again, just thank you for listening and watching. We hope you'll join us next time. We'll make you say, "Wait, what?"